Ali Frazier, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State and Miami. Few rivalries match the intensity that those games and those contests bring to the field. But tonight, on this field, we'll have that kind of intensity as Page hosts Grimsley in a rivalry game for the ages. And you can see all the highlights right here on Friday Night Rivalries.
You want the victory? You gotta fight for it. Can you pass the test and sacrifice for it? You think you got everything in the tank? With your gang face on, with your gang face on. You want the victory? You gotta fight for it. Can you pass the test and sacrifice for it? You think you got everything in the tank? With your gang face on, with your gang face on. This is where we separate the men from the boys, the men from the boys.
Welcome to Friday Night Rivalries, folks. I'm your host, Walter Johnson, and tonight we have a great game for you. We have the 3-5 Grimsley Whirlies, a surprise with 3 wins, taking on the 3-4 Page Pirates, a surprise with 4 losses. But guess what? This game has produced some of the best players to ever suit up in the state of North Carolina. NFLers such as Grimsley's Delton Hall. He played at Grimsley. He went to Clemson and matriculated on to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Scotty Avant started here. He went on to Western Carolina, then the San Diego Chargers. And Ethan Albright started here as a lineman. He went on to Carolina and then the Washington Redskins. For Page Pirates, they have Trip Wellborn, went to Michigan, then went on to the Minnesota Vikings. They also have Haywood Jeffries, a wide receiver, started out at Page, went to NC State, ended up with the Houston Oilers, and Michael Brooks, a cornerback, went to Page, went to NC State, and ended up a Dallas Cowboy. Tonight, another group of athletes gets an opportunity and will attempt to make a name for themselves right here on this field. Last week, Grimsley upset Southern Alamance with an offensive outburst and defensive consistently that Coach Pat Neal said he's been waiting for all year, while Page took a tough loss to Southeast, who's undefeated and leading their conference right now. Coach Gillespie hopes his team will have a short memory and forget about it real quick. Grimsley is led by all-conference guy, all-everything, Scott Johnson. He's a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a linebacker. He has 700 yards rushing, 500 yards receiving, and 14 touchdowns on the year. Also, Malik Stimpson plays quarterback and running back. He has over 400 yards rushing, and J.T. Smith has done it all as well, 300 yards rushing, 200 yards receiving. For Page, their defensive end, Lorenzo Featherstone, 6'6", 250. He'll try to wreak havoc on Grimsley's offense in their backfield and in their quarterbacking. Also, you have quarterback Dominique Britt, who's coming into his own for the Pirates this season. He'll need to lead by example tonight if Page is to be victorious. And the all-star guy they have, Jalen Gavin, 800 yards rushing, 10 touchdowns. This game is not only for bragging rights, folks, but it could be for a spot in the playoffs. Stay tuned for all the first half highlights right here on Friday Night Rivalries.
Grimsley, number 57, Ben Weekly, 59, Lauren Miller, 60, Clark Yao, and 76, Grayson Jeffries. For the Pirates, number 2, Jalen Gavin, 44, Lorenzo Featherstone. To start the game, the Whirlies will receive. 7:48 to go, 0-0. Simpson's pass is complete. The kick is up and good. So with 3:35 to go, we've got the score of the Whirlies 3, the Pirates 0. Jalen Gavin at quarterback carries out 9 yards. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5, Pirates. We do it. Dominique Britt's pass intended for Timothy Ward.
In both games.
Jalen Gavin on the carry. Jalen Gavin in for the pitch. Touchdown. Whirlies 3. Dominique Britt's pass was complete for a pitch. Touchdown! Pirates 26. The Whirlies 3. Sacked in the back. Number 10, Malik. Fumble in the end zone for a punt. Touchdown. And the extra point is good. So with 7:13 to go in the first half. On the return for the
Welcome to halftime, folks. This is we're here at Jamison Stadium, and at halftime, Page is in total control, 33-5. Grimsley started off strong with Scott Johnson running the ball extremely well. Grimsley took an 8.5-minute drive on the first drive of the game, scored a field goal, and then it's been all Page Pirates since that time. They've had 5 different people score touchdowns, including their leader, Jalen Gavin, who has 6 carries for 77 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. So at halftime, folks, it's 33-5. Page is leading. We'll be back with all the second half highlights right here on Friday Night Rivalries.
You're watching Friday Night Rivalries!
Back it up, Brandon, back it up, back it up! Good deep, sir! Go hit him, go hit him, go hit him! Go hit him! Go hit him! Get the ball, get the ball!
Dominic Prince pass is complete for Pirates. Good news. Kick is up, and it's good.
This
what I was just telling these two.
So with 8:15 to go in the number 11. Jalen Gavin on the return. Runs out of Jalen Gavin on the carry. Flags on the play. Snap is good, hold is good, and kick is good. So with 3:37 to go in the third quarter, the Pirates 43, the Whirlies 5. Simpson's pass. Number 10, Simpson's pass is knocked down by number 44, Lorenzo. Number 36. Dominique Britt on the keeper. Safety on the play. Tackled in the backfield. to number 5, Jared Smith.
Welcome to the post-game show, folks. I'm Walter Johnson. I'm with the victorious Pirates. They won tonight 43-14 over Grimsley in a game that it was a must-have game for them after last week. And we'll start out with their quarterback, Dominic Brick. Dominic, good game tonight. Only 51 yards passing, but 2 touchdowns. So you got your team off early. You also had about 30 yards rushing. Talk to us about coming off the loss last week, how important this game was for you.
Oh, the main thing was just putting it behind us, letting it go, come back, execute the next week. Coach G always talks about execute. That was the main focus this week.
What did you see in Grimsley's defensive backfield to let you know that you could find Wharton that wide open a couple of times down the field?
Oh, when they slid up in cover 2 on the corner press, I knew on that fade ball I was going to throw it up, let them go get it.
And TJ, great game for you, man. Very solid ball game. 3 catches, 51 yards, 2 touchdowns, a fumble recovery for a touchdown, 3 touchdowns in the ball game. How big is that? How's that? Gives you some bragging rights over these Whirlies.
Yeah, it was just big. I'm doing whatever to do to help my team. That's all it's about.
In practice, getting ready for this week, you're coming off a big loss that I know you all wish you could have back. As a leader of this team, what did you tell these guys to get focused about this week?
We had to be consistent. Coach G kept telling us to be consistent, and we weren't consistent, and tonight we were. And see the score.
Well, a lot of the consistency was defensively, and Lorenzo, you led a defense tonight that got after Grimsley all night long, and every time they tried to pass, it looked like your long arms were knocking the ball down. What did you know about Grimsley to let you know you would be able to get that kind of pressure on their quarterback?
I mean, it wasn't that. It was just I played hard from the first snap to the end.
You're a senior. You have give this team a lot of leadership. How do you lead day in and day out in practice?
Through my actions.
For the rest of the season, what do you see going forward for Page High School?
That championship, baby. Let's get it.
All right. Well, folks, right now we're going to give our MVP of the award, the Spare Time Event Center MVP, to Mr. T.J. Wharton. 3 receptions, 52 yards, 2 touchdowns, a fumble recovery for a touchdown. And our MVP tonight, Mr. T.J. Wharton. Folks, you have a chance to vote for him later on in the year at tenwebtv.com. I want to thank you for tuning in. And up next, our Red Family Dentistry Play of the Game. Welcome back to the post-game show. I'm Walter Johnson. I'm joined by victorious Coach Gillespie. Coach, good game for you guys tonight. Coming off a tough one last week, this was a good one to get back.
It sure was, in a lot of ways in one. We've not been real consistent the whole season. Tonight I thought we played really consistent, until the game was out of hand and we started subbing everybody. Our kids just, battled hard the whole time, and it's a cross-town rival, so that made it even sweeter.
What did you have to do to get these guys refocused and tell them, hey, let's forget about this game last week. We got a big one coming up this week?
The biggest thing I told them is that the consistency has not been there all year. And, we still got a young team, but we're to the point now where we're into the 8th week of the season. We shouldn't be making the same mistakes that you make week 1. And so that was the focus hard, and I've been focused on that all year, but we really, really focused on that this week. And, the guys came out tonight, and they were a lot more focused. They seemed like they were ready to play. And then we went out and we executed. Even on that first drive, we had guys that were playing hard. You know, they're just big up front, and then we held them. Right. You know, when they made a few mistakes, we capitalized, held them to 3 points, and then the offense taking it right down and scoring, and then us stopping them. And then they started feeling that little bit of pressure, and then the next thing you know, we got pump, block, touch, you know, and then the floodgates open.
Talk to us about Lorenzo Featherson's play tonight. I mean, every time they looked like they were going to have a big play or a screen pass, he's there to knock the ball down. What did you all have him doing that got him into that position?
Playing technique. It sounds funny, but that's what we were doing, what we asked him to do. And if he'll just go out and do his job, there's things he has you can't coach. He's got that 7'2" wingspan. He's 6'7". He can run and jump. So, you know, even if and there was a couple of them I thought he should have intercepted because he does have pretty good hands. Right. But you know, he's a great player, and all he has to do is just line up and play his fundamentals, and he's going to make plays.
Well, Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations,
yes, sir,
on the big win.
Thank
Good
you.
luck
Appreciate
going forward.
Appreciate it.
Folks, we'll come back with the Triad Entertainment Network Top 10.